The Charge of the Light Brigade, and Storm over Bengal. By far the biggest and most important production ever made in the area was the 1939 epic Gunga Din, which starred Cary Grant and Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Filmed almost entirely in the Alabama hills, it utilized extensive sets built by RKO at great expense. Among them, an elaborate temple, an entire Hindu town, and a British Army post, complete with a parade ground. And for the 10 weeks of shooting, the studio built a huge tent city to house the film crew and technicians, as well as over 900 extras needed throughout the production for huge battle sequences.
Oh, guy fell off the cliff.
Yeah.
You see that?
No.
The
guy fell off the
began
rock.
with Tyrone Power and Humphrey Bogart making the trek up from Hollywood. Harry Sherman producing Paramount's last Zane Grey films, as well as Hopalong Cassidy chasing the bad guys through the hills. In 1940, another popular Western character, the Cisco Kid, rode in the shadow of the Sierras. In addition to the hobby films, Harry Sherman's production unit filmed a group of historical Westerns, including a remake of The Roundup, the first film shot in the area. During the war years, more than a film a month was shot in and around Lone Pine. Although the end of World War II marked the beginning of the end for B-Western production overall, Lone Pine was at its peak hosting B units. In 1947, Tim Holt made the first of over 20 Westerns in his RKO series using the hills and mountains of the area as backdrop. Gene Autry continued to be a regular, and of course William Boyd still made the Alabama Hills and the Anchor Ranch home for the Hopalong Cassidy series. However, the last half of the decade saw a gradual shift in Western production from the smaller B units to the larger studio-backed units, which produced more prestigious films that gradually replaced the Saturday matinee fare. John Wayne, by this time an international star, returned to film Tycoon for RKO. Glenn Ford, Gregory Peck, Richard Widmark, and Randolph Scott all made major westerns in the area during the 40s. By the early 50s, the B cowboys were about done in the hills. Tim Holt, Gene Autry, and Hopalong Cassidy were supplanted by Randolph Scott and Audie Murphy as the stars who filmed most frequently in the area.